Hey guys, it is Wednesday. Just having a chill morning here. Kinda extra long naps. Looks like people have already gone to Safeway and brought back some vegetables. That's nice. Eat a vegetable. But yeah, we're kinda just hanging out, enjoying the sun in the morning, chilling. We're gonna go check out the grocery store just around the corner from the Airbnb. Looking at this weird, I don't know what is going on with these lawns, but there's been water coming out of these pipes for the entire time we were here. But yeah, there was like a Wednesday burrito deal or something going on at La Plaza. And it actually wasn't for any of the kind of things that we would want to eat, so we didn't get the deal, but we did still get the burritos and tacos. You know, they're pretty good. Alex came over in the early afternoon, and yeah, we're gonna go on a day trip to Half Moon Bay. We're taking an Uber over the mountain, and this is probably the best Uber of the trip. I'm actually sitting in the front seat. Turns out some Uber guys are chill, and some just aren't, but this one was good. They did not drive in an unsafe manner, which seems like a lot of them do. But anyways, Half Moon Bay. We actually got dropped off in like sort of the wrong area, but it didn't really matter. We're in this like golf club area, the Ritz-Carlton or whatever. But yeah, there's trails and stuff that we took to get over to Redondo Beach. There's like a proper road that'll connect over to the regular parking lot. And yeah, lots of ice plants over here. It's an invasive species, but I feel like people kind of like them. You know, they're pretty, but they're a little bit too dense and outcompete the native plants. Anyways, Redondo Beach over here. We're trying to find a way down from the bluffs. It's very windy, as you can see. I had to take off my hat. Clearly there's got to be a way down, because we can see some people over there with a dog. But it's looking a little bit dangerous. But that's fine. We eventually do find a good way down. Pretty steady ramp. And yeah, been looking forward to walking along the coast and hoping to see some tide pools, maybe see a little weird nature stuff going on. Just south of where we came down, there's some rocks in the water. That's our best shot for tide pools, so gonna check that out. Yeah. California coast. It's pretty good. Big waves. It's actually chilly today because of how windy it is, but still nice and sunny out. So yeah, lots of little tide pools here. I didn't really see many things, like creatures wise. And honestly, these might not even be tide pools. Maybe it's just water splashing over the rock and then filling them up, kind of thing, instead of like it being from the tide coming in and out. But either way, I like to look at this. I feel like when I was younger, I used to dream of looking into like giant puddles with like a bunch of crazy small life forms in them and stuff. It's kind of why I like aquariums. And a tide pool is like a little natural aquarium. Like, you got these anemones here. Cool. And a crab shed of a exoskeleton there. That's neat. I wanted to keep on going on this rock, but pretty sure I saw like a little colony of birds over here. At one point I saw like 10 birds jump up from a little hole there, and I didn't want to disturb them in case they were like nesting or something over there. So we went around and let them be. But yeah, It's definitely a neat section of the coast. Had a little bit of a break and enjoyed having my feet in the sand. So, all you foot perverts out there, getting your fill here. But yeah, the sand is pretty coarse. It's like big grains of sand. It was kind of nice for a while. And I say for a while because eventually it did start to kind of hurt my feet. And I put my shoes back on. But for that while, it was a good while. Yeah. The waves are crazy here. I bet the locals wouldn't even think that they're big waves. But to me, they were like pretty big waves. And yeah, I can only assume that this is a collapsed part of the coastline. You've got that like outlet drain and a telephone pole that looks like it was maybe up on a thing. I don't know. But yeah, just a bunch of junk back there. Up here, I believe this is Popular Beach. They've got a proper staircase. And this is kind of where we're gonna call it for our beach walk. Probably could have walked further if it wasn't so windy. We're all feeling a little bit dried out kind of thing and cold. But it was a nice walk. A bit more than 2 kilometers that we did. And from here we're kind of thinking like, should we just call an Uber, go straight back to Mountain View, or we could do another kilometer or so and head to the downtown area of Half Moon Bay. We saw a street cat. Well, I'm sure they don't live on the street. Probably lives on the house next to us. But it was on the street when we met him. And seemed pretty friendly. Gave him a couple pets. Always nice to pet a strange cat. It did not follow us, which was good, because there's no sidewalk here. And as we were petting it, honestly, a car kind of got close to us, and I was like, oh god, cat, please do not jump out and die. And we're good though. The cat's probably still alive. So yeah, walking into the Half Moon Bay downtown. Pretty quiet, not much going on. Seems like most of the stores close early and then maybe open up again around dinner time, but for us there wasn't many options to get a ham sandwich from this cafe. I looked at these birds. Yeah, I gave them a crumb. But yeah, that was a nice chill spot. Somebody started playing piano for a little bit. That was cool. But we couldn't get a Uber back. Seems like no one is picking up from Half Moon Bay. But instead, there's a bus line that will take us back over to the other side of the mountain. And we almost didn't get on this bus that only comes every hour, but Max like ran him down and like we all got on. And the bus driver was chill. Like we didn't have exact fare, but he was like, just $2 is good enough. And I think the fare was like $2.25 or maybe it was $2.75. But he didn't care. As long as we mostly paid, it seemed like it was all chill. And yeah, pretty good value to get over that mountain. And yeah, I'm like, oh, this is cool. Seems like the Greater Bay Area should invest in public transportation more, because it's actually not that big of a space. And if they had better transport, like, we would be using that. Honestly, we wanted to take the Caltrain back, but we missed it and didn't want to wait an hour, so we took another Uber. And then once we were back done, was in the mood to make cookies, and she made cookies. We're like, wow, a cookies day. But also we went to the dim sum place around the corner. About 20 minutes before they close, put in another giant dinner order. We're gonna have some family dim sums. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. Probably not a lot of vegetables, but you know, that's how road trip is, not a lot of vegetables. And yeah, the guy started playing Betrayal at Club Low, which is like a weird dice rolling game where it's like your skills are represented by dice and you upgrade the individual faces of your dice to like have better dice rolls. I honestly was like, this game's dumb, but they loved it. Anyways, Alex is heading home. We spent some extra time cleaning up, tidying, because tonight is our last night in the Airbnb. I think everything's more or less in order. Still got a little bit of stuff in the dryer, but that's fine. We'll figure it out in the morning, right, guys? Yeah. Later.